Welcome to the Hostess City, where the cocktails are chilling, the dinners spirited, and the accommodations may just entice you to stay forever. So, are you a supernaturally curious travel enthusiast? Well, then you've come to the right place because I am the ghost tourist, and this is Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah is a popular destination for the paranormal, with dozens of ghost tours and investigations running all year round. So, in this video, we'll explore the top 10 most notoriously haunted locations that you can visit when traveling to the Hostess City. Number 10. The Savannah Cotton Exchange.
Most of the world's cotton prices were set here in this building, the Savannah Cotton Exchange.
Located near the riverfront, the exchange was the beating heart of commerce and suffering, a reminder of Savannah's wealth built off enslaved labor. Rumors swirl of ghostly figures seen pacing the steps late at night, and employees have heard unexplained knocks echoing through the old vaults. Just nearby, Factor's Walk hides a darker truth. Sealed off brick tunnels, believed to have transported enslaved men and women from ships to the city's auction blocks. At night, people have reported hearing muffled cries coming from the depths of the tunnels, or caught glimpses of shadows moving where no one should be. Number 9.
Welcome to Bonaventure Cemetery.
A short drive from downtown, Bonaventure is stunning. Statues draped in Spanish moss, towering oaks lining peaceful paths. But beneath this beauty lies a strange energy. The cemetery was once a plantation, and legend tells of a grand party held on the very night the mansion burned down. Instead of fleeing, guests moved the celebration into the gardens, toasting as the flames consumed the home and smashing their crystal glasses against the oaks in tribute. Today, visitors say they can still hear glass shatter or laughter on windless nights. It's one of the most photographed cemeteries in the world, for good reason, but its spirits may be just as eternal as its beauty. Number 8. Wright Square. Known as Hanging Square, Wright Square was Savannah's original execution site. Its most famous ghost is Alice Riley, a young Irish servant hanged for the murder of her abusive master in 1735, just hours after giving birth. Local lore says Alice's ghost is restless, wandering the square in search of her stolen child. She's been spotted by tourists and even reported to the police numerous times. A red-haired woman begging for help before vanishing completely. There's also the desecration of Tomochichi's grave, a Yamakra chief buried with honor by Oglethorpe, only to be paved over and replaced with a monument to a railroad tycoon. That kind of bad karma tends to linger. Number 7. The Pirate's House Restaurant. Yarr. One of the oldest buildings in Savannah, this former tavern has hosted sailors, scoundrels, and possibly the dead. Beneath it runs a hidden brick tunnel stretching towards the river. Its purpose? No one's entirely sure, but legend says it was used for shanghaiing sailors, essentially drugging them or serving them enough booze until they passed out. They would then carry the unconscious men through the tunnels and drag them aboard ships they never intended to board, often waking up miles from shore and pressed into service. Today, staff report footsteps in empty rooms, whispering from nowhere, and one particularly rowdy ghost was once heard screaming, "Get me more rum!" If you ever hear the floorboards creak behind you here, it might not be the waiter. Number 6. Madison Square. This serene square hides a battlefield beneath its cobblestones. In 1779, during the siege of Savannah, over 1,000 Allied troops were slaughtered in under an hour. In the fog of war, the dead and wounded were buried together in mass pits, some likely still alive. Today, the square is lined with historic homes and quiet benches, but locals tell stories of shadowy soldiers appearing in basements or lingering near windows of the nearby homes, staring with hollow eyes. You might think you're alone here, but the soil still remembers.
Number 5. Colonial Park Cemetery.
Established in 1750, this historic cemetery is Savannah's oldest. It holds over 12,000 bodies, but fewer than 600 marked graves. The rest were destroyed, moved, or simply paved over when the city grew around it. During the Civil War, Union soldiers camped here and reportedly used the headstones for target practice. Some visitors claim to capture strange EMF readings and feel sudden chills. And one legend looms large. Rene Rondelier, a towering, hairy man who supposedly murdered children, hid in the catacombs, and was lynched by a mob. Sightings of a 7-foot phantom pacing the cemetery at night continue to this day. Whether man or myth, something supernatural prowls these grounds.
Number 4. The Owens Thomas House. Completed in 1819, it's known for its striking architecture and fully intact slave quarters, a rare window into Savannah's brutal past. Guests report ghosts pacing the halls, furniture moving by itself, and even disembodied voices whispering from behind doors. One spirit, believed to be Margaret Thomas, the last family heir, is seen in the garden at night. Even Jim Williams, the central figure in Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, once saw a ghost in this home, so real it passed right through his friend's couch, so close to him that he claimed he could see the ghost was sweating. Number 3. The Mercer Williams House.
Immortalized in Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, this home was the site of the notorious 1981 shooting when Jim Williams, an antique dealer and epic party host, killed his young, troubled assistant, Danny Hansford. He claimed self-defense, but the case went to trial 4 times before ending in acquittal. However, 9 months later, Williams was found dead in nearly the exact spot where Hansford fell. Visitors often report seeing Jim's ghost around Christmas, tending to his famous party from beyond the grave. Others have witnessed the specter of a child, Tommy Downs.
A young boy was chasing pigeons on the roof and fell to his death, impaling himself upon the fence.
The house is open for tours, but don't expect them to mention the ghost or the shooting, because Jim Williams' family still owns the home.
Number 2. The Marshall House.
This charming hotel has a gruesome history. Built in 1851, it served as a field hospital during the Civil War and yellow fever epidemics. So many amputations were performed here that during renovations in the 1990s, dozens of human limbs were found buried beneath the floorboards. They say on occasion, a one-armed Union soldier has been seen walking through the lobby carrying his amputated arm. And some guests have reported a putrid smell like rotting flesh. It happens in 3 particular rooms, 214, 314, and 414. Others have been touched on their wrist in the night like a ghost is perhaps checking their pulse. Rattling doorknobs, inexplicably locked bathrooms, faucets turn on and off, toilets overflowing, and loud crashes in the night on the 4th floor, my floor. They say the cleaning staff is known to play gospel music to ward off the negative vibes. I wandered the floors with my compass and got a couple of interesting needle spikes on one of the staircases. Then later, I was awoken by a very loud sound around 2:10 a.m. I couldn't find the source. The Marshall House has certainly earned its haunted reputation. And finally, number 1, the Sorrel Weed House. Topping our list is Savannah's undisputed haunted champion.
This is the Sorrel Weed House, a national landmark and huge tourist attraction due to its ghoulish reputation.
Built in 1840, it sits atop Revolutionary War battlegrounds and includes former slave quarters, a deadly mix of trauma and tragedy. Visitors report overwhelming feelings of dread, sudden nausea, and even earrings yanked from lobes by unseen forces. The legends here are intense. In 1860, Matilda Sorrel plunged to her death. There is much speculation about how and why, but the facts are these. On March 27, 1860, she went up the stairs out to the third-floor balcony and jumped.
However, she did not die on impact. She would have passed away a few hours later in the bedroom.
Many believe she discovered her husband's affair with Molly, an enslaved woman who legend states was found hanging from the rafters only a week later. Both women reportedly haunt the mansion to this day. But despite the facts, the who or the what, this house has an immense volume of paranormal activity. Blurry figures appear in mirrors and through glass. Objects are relocated, candlesticks thrown across the room, screams echo through the walls, and shadows dart past doorways. And in the basement, once a surgery room, guests report being scratched, grabbed, and even strangled.
I'm not sure, but I feel like I felt something touch my hair when I was in the surgery, like a little light wind across my hair, but there's no wind down here. It was right when he was talking about women's earrings getting ripped out, so that didn't make me incredibly happy. Still have my earrings on.
The house is open to the public, but even the staff admits this place isn't just haunted, it's evil. Do you agree with this list? Any locations you think I missed? If you want more detail, including my personal experience visiting these places, then check out my full Savannah travel video in the description below. I'm the Ghost Tourist. Thanks for watching, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear any of your personal experiences, and if you'd like to further support the channel, please consider joining my Patreon community, where I share all kinds of bonus segments, including travel itineraries, if you dare to follow in my footsteps. See you next time.